Hey guys, I'm responding to my own video solely because I figured I'd keep this going. I haven't posted a video in a while, but I wanted to kind of share some insights and some of my opinions on a few books that I think you guys that are interested in the Manson case should check out. My previous video, I was talking about how I really was into Adam Gorightly's Shadow over Santa Susana, and talked about how it originally read The Family. That's what got me into this case to begin with. Um, so I decided about a month ago, I'm gonna give The Family, Ed Sanders' The Family, a try again, and I hadn't read the 2002 version. That's the most recent version, I believe. It's expanded. It's definitely got some new stuff in it. I just finished it about 10 minutes ago, and it's incredible. The book itself, obviously doesn't have the chapter about the process church in it like the first edition does after they sued him. But it's definitely worth the money. I bought it on Amazon. I think I got it for like $7 used, and like Shadow over Santa Susana. I mean, if you can see, it's a pretty thick book. I mean, but it's got all that you need to know. I would say that the Shadow over Santa Susana, Adam Gorightly's book, has a little bit more information, but Ed Sanders actually hung out with the Manson family. Ed Sanders, if you don't know, is a singer of the founding member of the Fugs, which is a very kind of famous psychedelic garage band from the mid to late 60s. He's a very famous poet and artist as well. Um, it's not biased like the Bugs book. He doesn't like Manson, but at least he gives him the benefit of the doubt and really puts a lot of stuff into perspective. Um, Before I got the family, I mentioned in my last video that I've been on a Manson kick. This Manson kick has been lasting for about almost a year now. I got this used at a bookstore. This is one of the original books that came out like right after the murders. I should say right after the trials. The Garbage People. There's also this same book is being sold as another title with another. It's basically got the same photo of Manson, but it's like a close up. It's kind of fiery. It looks like it's on fire. The name escapes me right now, but don't waste your time. If you've read this, don't read the other one because they're the same exact book. Um, I read Papa John by John Phillips. I know a lot of people, after Mackenzie Phillips, his daughter, accused him of incest, shudder at the words John Phillips, but personally I don't believe her. I think she's a junkie and she wants money, and it just so happened to coincide with her starring in season 3 of Celebrity Rehab. But anyways, I got the book solely because I wanted to hear about his experiences with Roman Polanski, his time in Laurel Canyon, and any insights that might seem interesting. There's a few things he talks about. There's one incident where Polanski was accusing all these people. He's really trying to find out who did it. This is obviously before the Manson family was caught, and his prime suspect was none other than John Phillips. Evidently, Polanski had slept with Michelle Phillips, who was also the singer in the Mamas and the Papas, and had like a one night stand. And John found out about it and threatened to kill him. So, according to Polanski, John had this drive, this violent tendency. So, it all just pretty much came to a head one night when they were all preparing a dinner over at, I believe, Mama Cass's house. I may be mistaken, but I think it's Mama Cass's house. And Polanski had a meat cleaver chopping some vegetables up. John's stoned on the couch watching TV, and next thing you know, he feels his hair pulled back, and there's a cold edge of a meat cleaver against his neck. And Polanski threatens him, and then Polanski kind of just calms down. But anyways, if you get the chance, it's hard to find. I got a paperback version, copy of it used for like $2 at a bookstore. Um, it's a good book. It's really thick, but it's good. He talks about his life with the Rolling Stones, you know, how evidently Keith Richards got him strung out on China White in the late 70s. And but it's got some really cool things about Laurel Canyon and the Polanski and Tate house and just Manson in particular. He talks a little bit about his experiences. He doesn't go into saying they actually knew personally, he knew Manson, but in the family and other books, they actually say that he had interactions with them, at least some of the girls. Um, and speaking of Laurel Canyon, I saw this book at Barnes and Noble, and my cheap ass didn't buy it. I got it on Amazon used. This is a good book, Laurel Canyon, the inside story of rock and roll's famous legendary neighborhood. It's by Michael Walker. It's awesome. It is really cool. This pretty much focuses on Laurel Canyon from the period of the mid 60s, like the Birds era, Mamas and Papas era, up to the Wonderland murders in 1980, I believe, or 81. But it's cool. It talks a lot about Manson and the canyon. That's pretty much the reason why I got it. But it's really incredible. It gives you a lot of history about the canyon and the people like Frank Zappa living in Tom Mix's cabin. Talks about the Beach Boys. I mean, it talks about everybody that you would want to know, especially if you're into the Manson case. Um, with that said, check it out. Check all these out. Fuck. I mean, Garbage People you can skip. The only reason why I like Garbage People, and yeah, I guess I'm a gorehound, is this. And it's tasteless, but this gives the book, I guess, some credibility. I'll show you. Um, it's got the morgue pictures featuring Harry Bush to Abigail Folger. Um, you know, you've got the typical, Tate carnage. But what I found really interesting is they really spare no expense in getting as much graphic photos as possible on this photo spread. Um, Here we've got the really kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but pretty hideous shot of Wojtek and Jay. Um, and then, of course, we've got Sharon in all her gore glory. And, but, if you find it used, buy it. I mean, I'm the type of person, don't knock until you try it, and I'm really trying to read every book on the case. And, but out of all of them, the family. Ed Sanders, the family, go for it. Until next time, thanks for letting me waste your time. Adios.